Hiya folks, how's it going? I've got some planting done, yay! Managed to get my onions in. My wife's car got vandalised. We didn't know it was being vandalised, but all the lights on the dashboard lit up like a spaceship. We had to take it to garage, but we know who the culprit is. I'll show you that later, but I'll go on with it. So guys, I've got some planting to do. Some is repeat planting because I've had a bit of a disaster with my cabbages again this year. So I bought some new seeds. Here's a couple of things Willie Coleman sent me. I'm interested in them radishes, watermelon, and stick parsley. Yeah, watermelon radishes. They're not really watermelons, just because they've got the red inside. And these are parsley roots, like a carrot, but you eat the root like a parsley. I planted some of these last year. I harvested a couple. I ain't harvested a lot, so I'm probably not going to plant them because I've got another packet that is open. And I bought the wife some flowers, a couple of packs of dianthus, and some sweet peas. I know Bill and Val love the sweet peas, so, and all these are for fragrance as well as looks. And if you might notice, the tree's gone. I had to cut that down. I shredded it. It's paths now in the garden. But I'm going to plant these. I've got another couple of things to tell you. I had a bit of vandalism on my wife's car, but I'll tell you about that after. So guys, we've got some planting done. There's all sorts here. There's two types of dianthus, shanty and a mixed full-headed one. Two types of sweet pea ripple and a special mix. I've got some all sorts of spinach, the cabbages that didn't come up. This has been in here more than 10 days and nothing's come on it. These, I picked these up as emergencies as they were cheap. There's 12 lettuce heads there, but I've also got a load of lettuce here which I'll prick out and move on. And we've just planted some some carrots. They go with peas, don't they? Shall we show them? Let's have a look at the carrots and the onions. These are all onions, planted them all up yesterday from sets. Obviously, these are shop bought garlic, and these are the red Russians, what I saved. And these are a little bit faster at coming than they are, we have found. And also, that's also onions. And we've just used this bed again to do carrots. And we've got two types of carrots, 4 rows, 2 rows are each. One's a German one, which I sent some out to Marie Curry last year. And you found a little one, just found. There's one that didn't make the food last year. But I've planted them against the same bed. They seem to do alright. I haven't had any disease. And we'd had a bit of a cut of the grass, so I'm mulching as we go. That was the top of the tree. They're enough to mulch all my paths down here, which is good. The plastic rubbish or something there, paper. So I've got to start, and I've got a few more things going on in grow room downstairs, and we'll have a look at that. Incidentally, parsley root, Willie, or anybody who's interested, this is what's left. I had a row, but it didn't go very straight for me, but it tastes parsley. You can chop that up in a stew and soup, it's good anyway, you know. It's alright. Sticking back in there for a minute. You can see, they're actually quite surprisingly big. The ones we had before are smaller, but like I said, they didn't go very long, they split. But I did carrots in there as well, and some rows of carrots, and they went long over there. That's not very long, but it's rotted off now. And this is what's going off down here. I've got a load of brassicas here that need all separating. As you can see, some didn't do very well, including the tray outside in the greenhouse. These are not separating, but there's broccoli, there's all sorts in here. Kohlrabi, they're greyhound. Yeah, just general brassicas in type. I got me peppers in early enough. I've just got massively behind on everything else. They're spares. I'm going to take them outside into the greenhouse If they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. We're still getting freezing, so I will put a fleece over them just to keep them, you know, just to make sure they're all right. I've got more than I need here, and I'll probably end up getting some away. But I've just had like really poor germination again. I don't know whether it's my seed or my soil or what, but you just got to keep trying, ain't you? And I'll introduce you to the vandal who vandalised my wife's car. Oh, and I'll show you another little project what me and number one son are working on. Oh, and here's a little project me and my son are working on. It's a mofo. That's what they call them here, mofo or mofa. But this will be fun. Although we spent all day today cleaning garage out. I'll show you this quick. Here's a little project and the bike.
Was that a joke?
Been pestered about this. It's been in the shed for about 3 or 4 years, and we squirted a bit of petrol down carb yesterday and got it to run. I've just been stealing cables off an old push bike for a clutch cable, but now number one son's going to ride it, so number one son's going to be able to clean it, and we'll try and get it going as a father and son project. He's already learnt some stuff today, 3 or 4 new swear words, and he taught me a couple. The wife's wild foraging collecting barlauch, bear garlic. And now for the vandal. Yes, and here he is, the Pine Martin. Unbelievably, they get in the car, they've got a taste for rubber and PVC apparently, but not that type of rubber and PVC. Here's one doing a pitch invasion in Zurich at the football match. That's about an hour away from me. Now, unbelievably, these fellas damage around 17,000 cars a year here in Switzerland. I don't know what it's like in the rest of Europe, but that's what they do. So what I've got to do is go down to the feed shop and see if I'm allowed to trap it, or what I can do to discourage it from attacking the cars, because I can't afford that. They've also got a taste for chickens and birds and squirrels. You don't see rabbits here, not very often, and you don't see squirrels very often because we've got these guys that eat them. And as it goes, I don't need my chickens eaten. There you go, got the football player. Absolute football hooligan nutcase. So I'll leave you with this as they catches him. Safe hands of the goalkeeper with gloves. But he's a fighter, look at that. Now what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to go to feed shop, and I'm going to ask what I can do about Martin, because that's a big problem if it's doing that to car all the time. I don't know whether I can trap it or whatever. It's also a danger for our chickens, and that's not good either. So don't forget, thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment in please. It's always nice to be nice.